Another visitor at 𝕒𝕤𝕚. Let's talk about that. Let's get cracking. Today's special guest is, today on Kraken's Garage, our special guest is Craig from 𝕒𝕤𝕚𝕜 Racing. He hails from Connecticut, and he's Massachusetts, pardon moi. I'm sorry. All you Yankees up there are the same to me.
We're still above the Mason-Dixon line.
That's a fact. So, that's a fact.
It is what it is. I'm not a damn Yankee, though.
So basically, Craig swung by. He's on his way to Daytona, and we're going to hear about his adventures on what he's getting done down there, how he's doing it, and what he's bringing with him down to Daytona. Hope you enjoy the video. We just had a nice supper, and first time I've introduced cranberry juice onto my show.
I'm having some lemonade.
Lemonade and cranberry juice. Cheers to all my friends out there. So Mrs. Kraken and I are blessed to have Craig and his lovely bride down here. They're on their way to an adventure, and let's talk about where you're headed and why you're headed there.
Okay, so as you guys know, I got back into road racing after a 20-plus year takeaway. First year when I was getting back into it, I was doing okay, and then I had a couple of big crashes. Finally recovered from those. Last season, I just really couldn't get my confidence going. So I decided to just say, to hell with it, I'm gonna just go out and have fun. And I ended up winning an amateur championship and taking second in one of the other classes. And this year, and Eric said he was gonna give it back, and I won't take it back. I enjoy sharing these trinkets that I get for the racing I do. But this year we're going down to Daytona. I haven't been on the track in Daytona since 1998. And I'm going to run with the ASRA. This is their Race of Champions final for the season. And it's at Daytona. And same track that they run the Daytona 200 on. And I'm going to be participating in the amateur lightweight supersport class, the amateur lightweight superbike class. So I'll be doing 2 races. We got 3 days worth of track time, Friday with practices, qualifiers. And then Saturday I'll have a race also with a practice and a qualifier. And then Sunday, same thing, another qualifier and
Excellent.
Race. So.
And tell us about your rig that you set up to bring it down on its maiden voyage. And I'll share some pictures up on the screen.
Yeah. You know, I've been doing the primitive thing with a utility trailer that I had a bed put in it. And those videos are available on my 𝕒𝕤𝕚𝕜 Racing channel. You can see what I was using. And this year, you know, after talking with the missus, we decided to go ahead and just step it up a little bit and get a actual toy hauler. It's not a big one, 21 foot. I've got my Harley in there. I've got my race bike in there. And it just gives us all of the comfort, so to speak. We've got, you know, a bathroom with a shower, hot water, running water, kitchen, stove, oven, microwave, refrigerator, freezer, TV, a nice queen bed. So it's just
pull the 2 bikes out and it folds down into a queen bed. It's pretty slick.
Yeah, it's really nice. No frills, a couple of canopies, one on the front, one on the back. And so it's just going to make it a little bit nicer to stay at the racetracks when we're doing these extended weekends at the track.
Excellent, excellent. And how was towing it down from Massachusetts down to Virginia? How'd that go for its maiden voyage?
So for the maiden voyage, it went really well. It tows nicely. My gas mileage suffered quite a bit because this is a little bit heavier than my other trailer. But the drive was great. I mean, I haven't been to sleep yet. We left last night at, must have been about 9:30, 10 o'clock, and drove through, and I gave Erica a wake-up call and said, hey, we're up the street. So here we are.
Excellent. So what is your choice of weapon for your racing track days these days?
So,
and how did you get there, and what did you evolve into, and that whole deal?
All right, so it's kind of convoluted. Back when I got out of racing, the SV650s were the big thing, the new
That's
thing.
the quintessential race bike starter kit.
Yeah, it is, and it still is. It's still a great track bike if you want to get into racing. They're inexpensive, and there's plenty of parts out there for them. So it's an easy way to get into racing. And I found a used one that was already set up for racing, so I picked that up. And I quickly realized that it was getting a little long in the tooth as far as being really competitive. Great track bike, and it's still a great race bike. There's still guys out there winning races on SV650s. However, the Aprilia RS660 has set that bar so much higher.
Is that big a difference?
Oh, it's huge. It's huge. When you get off of the SV650 and you just sit on the Aprilia, this is a proper race bike. The minute you sit on it, the ergonomics for me were just perfect.
Excellent.
So
most people don't know this, but Aprilia falls under the umbrella of Piaggio, and so does Moto Guzzi and the mighty Vespa. I got to throw in my scooter plug.
that's right. They do. If you go to almost any Aprilia dealer, they sell Moto Guzzi, they sell Vespa. I managed to get this bike for a fantastic deal 2 years ago. He had taken it back in from somebody who was joining the military. Now, my friend, if you don't mind, I'll mention his name,
Sure.
Adam Gaddy. He owns 2 dealerships in Georgia, one just outside of Atlanta, well, one in Blairsville and one right there on the outskirts of Atlanta. They're full Aprilia, Moto Guzzi, Vespa dealerships. And I mean, I got this thing for a steal, so I couldn't pass it up. I told him, I said, if you ever get a used one in or one that's been wrecked, let me know. I'm looking to put one together as a race bike. And lo and behold, he called me up one day and said, hey, I got one for you. If you want to come get it, I'll give you this price on it. And I drove down to Atlanta. I couldn't pass it up. It was a great deal.
So your transition from the Suzuki SV650 to the Aprilia 660 on your track times, and time is where it's at, did you notice any noticeable difference immediately?
The very first time I rode the bike, we went to Roebling Road, my old home track, and I had my SV650 with me and the Aprilia. The Aprilia was still pretty much bone stock with not much more than race bodywork on it. I was setting somewhere around a 122 for a time on Roebling Road.
And what's the speed record? What's the time for the speed record on that track, to put that into perspective?
So in perspective, I'm way off from that on the lightweight bike. The bigger bikes, Roebling Roads are got a lot of long straightaways.
In your class, not a later size.
Okay, in my class, the guys that were winning that class probably 118s, 119s.
So about 4 seconds off, which is
I was
still
about-
huge.
I was about 4 seconds off
Okay.
on the SV. I got on the Aprilia and immediately went out and turned to 120
Damn.
after about 3 laps. So, and that's with bone stock suspension that needed some adjustment. And I was amazed. I was just
And what's your
amazed.
best lap now to date?
On that track, that was my best lap time. But
Okay.
but right now I'm working on it.
And when you get to Daytona, do you camp and sleep in the toy hauler at the track?
We do. There's a large group of people from the Northeast that are coming down that race in the 𝕒𝕝, the Northeast Motorcycle Road Racing.
And that's what this is, right?
Out of Loudon, that's correct.
Right. So that's what that acronym stands for.
There's a pretty good contingency showing up for Daytona. And one of the guys, great guys, he goes by Bam Bam. He actually booked us all of our camping spots. He booked us for the garages and everything. So I just got to show up, pay, and we'll be all set up at the track. We'll be camping in the toy hauler. Just so much fun.
And how long does the event run? How many days?
It's going to be 3 days. We'll get there Wednesday late in the afternoon. We'll be able to get in, get set up. And then usually somebody will have a practice day, say Thursday. I believe it's Ducati that's doing the practice day. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on. And then Friday, Saturday, Sundays, qualifying and racing.
Talk about the Ducati day and what it costs and what that entails.
I think they were getting $450 for the practice session for the racers.
3 to 4 days.
So 3 to 4 days, and then
So over Ducati's hosting this event over three days.
well, no, they're just doing the 1 day, the practice day, the
450 smokes for 1 day.
for 1 day.
How many laps does that buy you on a brand new Ducati?
You may get 5 sessions,
Okay.
maybe 20-minute sessions.
Half
but
a grand is a chunk of money to ask.
yeah, and it's broken down by bike classes and stuff like that. So
Gotcha.
you might get 5 sessions in. They might be 15 or 20-minute sessions.
You gotta
so
let me know if a hyper motard shows up.
There'll be some there. There'll be some there.
That is a nasty bike. I'm just saying.
So, like, as soon as we got here, Eric's like, hey, you want to take this for a ride? And I said, no, because then I'll want to go get one. I sat on it, and that thing is a weapon. Out on the track, that thing would be a weapon. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Next time you swing through, and I'm sure you will, hopefully you've been treated right when you're here. When you were here with the missus.
Amazing.
And we'll throw you the keys to Ducati, and I'll take you up on some back roads that'll curl your hair, or what's left of your hair.
That ship has sailed.
I'll have Craig's information listed down below, so I strongly recommend you subscribe to his channel and check it out. And this is, I'm not going to ask your age, but this is an older gentleman getting the job done and teaching these young dogs new tricks.
Well, I like to think I am. But,
And,
yeah.
Let's talk about how we crossed paths. I honestly don't know. Was it Ben?
It might have been Ben.
Veteran biker or whatever introduced me, and I got interested
Yeah.
in his channel.
So, just to talk a little bit about me, I've got another channel. I'm retired U.S. Army Master Sergeant. MSG Retired was my original channel. I did some stolen valor investigations, requested records, so on and so forth. And I also did some moto vlogging on my Harley. Mm-hmm. And that's how I met Ben, and that's how I met Eric, through YouTube. I talked Eric into doing a live stream once, and we
There's a live
conversed over
stream
that.
hidden in my videos somewhere if you want to hear about what got him into biking, where he's at,
Yep.
and where he's going, and all that good stuff.
And we've stayed in contact, and I watch all of the Kraken garage stuff.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I love all of it, especially the videos with Ann. She was just a peach.
Yeah.
Listening to the stories of her riding and so on and so forth, I love that whole series. So, yeah, I like his content.
Well, I don't candy code who I am or what I'm doing or where I'm going or how I got there. I just tell it like it is and let the chips fall.
Exactly.
End of story. In closing, how far do you see yourself continuing to compete competitively?
So I'm going to go as long as I can.
Till the body craps out
Till-
and says you're done?
Till the rest of this, Adonis falls apart.
What's your advice to the John Q public about taking a speed course? Thomas and Jody just took one, and I talked to you about 𝕤𝕗𝕝 in California. What are your thoughts on that from somebody who knows so much? Let me rephrase that. So much focus especially in the Harley community, is learning to ride slow around cones and things like that. It teaches you some good things. I'm not going to discount that, but learning to ride fast and become a swift rider, to me, is times 10 better.
Yeah. First thing to do, the very first thing to do before you even think about, going out there and riding with your hair on fire, first off, go take an MSF course. Do that first. Learn the mechanics of how to ride the bike. Next, if you think you can progress from there, go to any local racetrack that has motorcycle racing, and most likely there's somebody there that teaches a race school. You don't have to become a racer, but if you take that race school, you're going to learn something. There's also track days. Look up the track days. We've got Cyclesmith in the Northeast. Fantastic people. They actually have track coaches that will go out and work with you and teach you the skills to be able to go probably faster than you ever thought you could. They'll teach you how to reach those limits.
More importantly, if you think you're fast, you're going to get humbled in a hurry.
Yeah, you will get humbled by people. You may be riding the latest, greatest Ducati V4 Panigale, and some little kid on a Ninja 400 goes blowing past you into a corner. So don't wear your ego on your sleeve, because he's going to wipe it off as he goes by.
100%.
If you go out there with an open mind and you really want to learn, track days or a race school, and there's tons of them out there. Just pick one, stick with it, listen to the instructors, listen to the coaches, and you're only going to become a better rider, not only to go out on the track, it's going to help you on the street as well. You're going to learn more about cornering, apexes, trail braking, entry speed, exit speed, throttle control. You'll learn all of that. And it's not all about being a ham fist. Anybody can go fast in a straight line on a 1000. It's what you do at the end of that straightaway that makes you fast.
We're going to wrap this video up. We all wish Craig well on his races this coming week, and I hope to be watching on his videos to see my man on the podium, winning another medal. And any last words you want to... You will.
No pressure.
You will. Any last words you want to tell the world?
No, this is great. We've only interacted on YouTube, and we were coming this way, and I gave Eric a call, and he's been extremely gracious. I mean, treats us like royalty. Really, he's just a great guy, and we really appreciate it. I wish we had more time we could spend here, but we have to keep moving down that eastern seaboard on the way to Daytona. We got a lot of places to stop between here and there. So,
Well, we're blessed you and Mrs. 388 Racing made the visit and stopped by, and made a new best friend. Everybody's my family. Meet Uncle Craig. And we look forward to his adventures. I'll have his information linked down below. In closing, there's my 𝕉𝕗𝕒𝕟 bourbon. He's here to remind me to wrap things up. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, share it with an enemy. If you want to see more in the future, hit the subscribe button somewhere down there in the corner. And remember, folks, go riding because it's good for you. Peace.
Peace out.